Hello, welcome to my studio. Today we're going to talk about third position. So first we should make sure we know what third position means. So what it is that when I have my viola up and I've got my third finger in first position, what's going to happen is right where that third finger is, I'm going to exchange and put my first finger there instead. Now, the thing we need to know about this is when we're shifting back and forth, so we can go back to 3 and back to 1, you see that my whole hand's moving together. Nothing is moving in pieces. We aren't doing fingers go, then the thumb comes along, or we aren't doing the thumb goes and then the fingers go. Oh yeah, I'll come up with the thumb. Everybody goes together, which means you can't be grabbing on to your viola with your left hand. This is one of the reasons we have a shoulder rest, because we can actually use our chin or our jaw to help hold the viola steady when we move our hand. So let's try this. We're going to play the third finger on the D string. Then I'm going to exchange and play the first finger. Let's go back to the 3, play it. And go up to my 1. Whole hand moves together. That's the shift that we're going to need to use today. So that's moving us from first position here up to third position here. So from this point, let's try playing something. We're going to play a scale, and the finger pattern is going to be like this, where boy, I have a hard time lining that up to the camera sometimes, where the 3 and the 4 are next to each other, but there's space between the other fingers. So let's do this. Listen to this one time. So here's my 3. I'm going to shift to my 1. Now I'm going to play a scale from here. And I go now over to the A string. You notice when I went over to the A string, I didn't move where my hand was. I just moved my finger over. And then going back down. And now my 4 goes over to the D. Let's try that together. So play your third finger on the D string. And now shift up so your first finger plays it. Is it the right note? Good. Okay, so let's go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4 right next to it. Just move over to the A string. 1, 2, 3, and 4 right next to it. Going back down. 3, 2, and over to the D string. 4, 3, 2, 1. So that gives us the whole G major scale. So let's see what this looks like in music. So here we are looking at our G major scale in 2 octaves. This first part is exactly like you're used to doing, starting on the open G string, doing an open 1, 2, 3, then going up to the D string, doing an open 1, 2, 3. And here's that third finger that we were just using, that third finger on the D string. And then we exchange it for a 1. Then we're going to keep going up like we just did together, doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on our A string, 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these last two measures are all in third position. These little marks here are reminders of fingers that are next to each other, in other words, half steps. So we're up here on our 4th finger. We made it all the way to the top. And now we're going to come down to the next line and we're going to go down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then over onto our D string. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're on that first finger and we can do our exchange and go back to first position and play it with our third finger again. And then 3, 2, 1 open, 3, 2, 1 open, just like you've done many, many times before. So the tricky part is right here in this exchange where you do the 3 and then you play it again with the 1, and on the way down you do the same thing. You do a 1 and you exchange it back to a 3. I hope that this will help you to play this scale, this 2-octave scale, and to start to use third position.